Hey, welcome to Easy Rider Greg. Having a little bit of trouble getting going here. Got the wrong keys. And then the cameras didn't want to turn on correctly. But I think we're good to go now. Gotten that low spot again. There is just no avoiding that the first time. I don't understand why. I mean, it's always been there, but for years I was able to avoid it. Now I can't. Can't get out. Now I think it's just having trouble rolling up over that. I don't know what it is. Damn. I'm getting so sick of this, trying to get out of here. There. Okay. And now the speed bumps. And my mirror's all messed up. Damn cover keeps pulling my mirrors down. My old cover never did that. But the one they replaced during warranty, slightly smaller. It's got real tight elastic band at the bottom. It just, it hangs up on everything. Put it on or take it off. And it always has at least this mirror bent way out of place, the one on the right. Okay. Should be okay now. Whew. I'm all out of breath. Remember last year I kept saying I was going to go out and do a video at night of the lights at the zoo, but I just can't seem to get motivated to get to get out at night. It just seems like it's too cold. Put any of them in. I'd rather put up with speeders than speed bumps. Much rather put up with speeders than speed bumps. If I owned that complex, I'd rip all those speed bumps out of there. And they'd never go in as long as I owned it. I'd figure out another way to get people to slow down in there, not speed bumps. That's punishing everybody, not just those that are speeders. And many of the speeders don't care. They just hit them at speed. They don't care about the bumps. In fact, actually in my truck and in cars that I've had in the past, the faster you hit a speed bump, the less you feel it. Oh well. I think today's the 21st. It's Monday. I know it's Monday. I think it's Monday the 21st, December 21st. 4 more days till Christmas. Boy, I remember when I was younger, man, I just loved Christmas. Now I can't wait for it to get over so I can go about my business in the stores without it being mobbed. Not that I go to the stores that often, but you always have to go. Can't go more than 2 weeks without going to some kind of store. I used to like to do Christmas shopping, but then by the time I was in my 30s, I thought that was a pain in the neck too. Trying to figure out what to give who. So now I just don't do it. I just don't do it. It's just about 60 degrees today. It's getting steadily warmer in the afternoon the last few days. It's 2:20. So in another 40 minutes or so, it'll probably be as warm as it's going to get, and then it'll start cooling off again. But I'm out on the Road King again. I haven't been able to get the Dyna out. I've had taillight issues. I think I may have it fixed, but I gotta wait for the silicone to dry. I think there was a short in the taillight wire just right where it comes into the turn signal housing, because the taillights on that Dyna are a combination turn signal stoplight taillight. There's no single taillight on the back of it. And then first it wasn't making contact with the contact in the base of the socket, as the contacts had pulled below the base. It pulled out of the base inside. One of them had. Now then I got that fixed, but I had to pull on the wires to get more of them in, out of the channel and out where I could work on it, so as I could put a new contact in, run the wire through, and then solder it to the existing wire inside the housing. And I think that pulling on it must have caused a cut or a break in the thing, because sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. And then yesterday it just got real frustrating. It was tripping a circuit breaker all the time. So then I didn't even have the tail light on the other side working. It tripped the circuit breaker for everything. But I couldn't find exactly where the nick or cut in the insulation on the wire was, but I put a bunch of silicone all over back in that area right where it comes in. Into the housing, and now I'm just waiting for it to dry. It was working. Then I decided to start moving things around and see if it would work, and the stuff wasn't dry. It came off on my fingers. So now I better leave that alone before I take it away from where the short is. So I'm leaving it. I won't ride it till tomorrow, if I ride it. Tomorrow's supposed to be real cold. I don't know. We'll see. It's Supposed to get snow next week again. Last time they said we're going to get snow. Shoot. Yeah, there was some snow on the ground all right, but there was nothing. No real amount of water in it. I hope this time we'll get more precipitation out of this storm. But all this week it's going to be bright and sunny like this, but it's going to be cold. That's when it's the coldest here, is when it's bright and sunny, except for overnight, but it's clear. Whenever it snows, it's always up in the upper 20s. It never snows when it's colder than that. So, off to the post office to mail some Christmas cards for my wife. I said, well, you waited too long. They aren't going to make it. That damn post office, man, they're just getting worse and worse. I saw some article on Bing where there was some sort of thing between Trump and the post office. Well, whatever it's going on, it should not be affecting the deliveries of mail. But they are just asininely slow the last 2 years, and they just keep getting worse and worse. I've instructed Amazon and other online places that I do business with not to send my stuff through the post office, but sometimes they honor that request and sometimes they don't. And almost always when they send it through the post office, it's late. Tracking website and their informed delivery website. You sit there and you get that little circle, buffering, whatever, while it's loading. Then when it finally loads, it says, not available, please try again later. Come on, make it available. I could never pull that crap at my job and say something's not available. And then there's other places around here say they're, like the bank, some of the banks are saying their lobby's not open again because they don't have enough staff. If you got one person in the office, you can have everything open, because that's the way my office always worked. Your job description always at the end said, and other duties as assigned or required. And when you were the only one in the office, you had to do everybody else's job. Everybody else's. It did not matter. From the janitor's job to anything else. If your trash needed dumping and there was no janitor on duty, you had to dump it. Okay, well, let's see if I can get these cards out without rolling, so I can't put the brake on. There we go. Got them out. Got them in. Now just get my jacket zipped back up. Yep, starting to roll now. Come on. Hold on. I can't get it. It's hard to keep it going up against my legs. Okay. Remember when I was young that ever happening. I could hold it back with my legs no matter how steep the hill was, but not now. Well, maybe there was a few hills that I couldn't. I remember this one in San Diego called Texas Street. I burned up a clutch on a Barracuda that I had going up at one time. Of course, obviously it was bad anyway since it was slipping. But if I would have had to stop on it, I wouldn't have been able to hold my bike.